everyone. I'm shocked. Anyway, hello everyone. I'm Ayesha Maker Danas from ABM 11YA4 back at it again with another mathematical topic. So, in this vlog, we're going to talk about fractions. Most specifically, the types of fractions and some fundamental operations such as multiplications of fraction and division of fractions. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive into the topic. So, fractions. What are fractions? Well, a fraction is a number that represents a part of a whole. And in fraction, we have the numerator and the denominator. The numerator is the one that is in the top, and the denominator is the one that is on the bottom. The numerator is the number of parts of the whole, and the denominator is the total number of parts. So, let me paint a picture for you to understand the numerator and denominator. So we have two pizza slices here, right? And if I eat one of them, let's say I ate the first slice, what fractions of the cookie did I eat? And since what is asked is what I ate only one slice, right? So our numerator will be 1. Like here, will be 1. And since the denominator is the total number of parts, we will need to know how many pizzas there are. So there are 2 pizza slices. So our denominator will be 2. So the fraction of pizza that I ate will be 1/2. Okay? In fractions, we have types of fractions. The proper fractions, the mixed fractions, and the improper fractions. So the proper fractions is where the numerator is lower than the denominator. And the improper fraction is where it's basically the opposite of proper fraction, where the denominator is lower than the numerator. And we have mixed fraction, which is much more easier to distinguish than the two, since mixed fraction is a fraction where a whole number is beside it. And in some cases, we need to learn how to convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction. So you do it like this. You need to multiply the denominator from the whole number. So 4 times 5 is equals to 20, right? And you just need to add the product of these two to the numerator. So plus 4 will be 24. And that will be our numerator. And our denominator, well, it stays the same. What your denominator in a mixed number is, what it will be in the improper fraction version. So here, this will be a fraction. Here is a more clear picture. So 5, the 5 will stay the same. Our denominator will stay the same. And you just need to multiply 5 or our denominator from the mixed number and just add the numerator, which is like this: 20 plus 4, here 24, right? Okay. So in some cases, you also need to know how to convert an improper fraction to mixed fractions, since an improper fractions might be in equations. An improper fraction might not be seen as a lowest term or of it. So for you to get a more lower term or the lowest term of that answer, you just need to convert that improper fraction to mixed fraction. So for us to do that, you just need to divide the numerator to the denominator. Sorry, you just need to divide the numerator from the denominator. So 24 divided by 5 is 4. 4 divided by 5 is 20. And the remainder will be 4. So how we're going to do it is the denominator from here will not change, as I've said earlier. And our numerator will be the remainder. So 4. And our whole number will be the quotient. So this is our answer. Here is a more clearer picture. So as you can see, our quotient is our whole number and our denominator did not change, and the remainder is the numerator. So we will now go on to the fundamental operations. So I will be tackling the multiplication and division. So in multiplication, may it be a dissimilar or similar fraction. Also, if you don't know what dissimilar or similar fraction is, this is an example of similar fractions as they have the same denominator. It will only be dissimilar if they don't have the same denominator. Like this one. This is not a similar fractions since they both have different denominators. So let's move on. So in multiplication, you just need to multiply the numerators and denominators. So 2 times 3 and 4 times 4 over 4 times 4. So 2 times 3 is equals to 6, right? 4 times 4 is equals to 16. Is that our final answer? No, that is not our final answer. What will be our final answer is if we get the lowest term or simplify it to get the lowest term. So you just need to get the GCF, the greatest common factor of the two, to get its lowest term. So 6 and 16 have a greatest common factor of 2. Right? So 6 divided by 2, and you just divide it. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So that will be our final answer, 3 over 8. Here's a more clearer picture of it if you don't understand my handwriting. So as you can see, you just need to multiply the numerators and denominators and simplify. So, again, we have another example here. You see, they're dissimilar fractions, right? But you just need to multiply. There's no extra step. So, 2 times 3 and 3 times 4. So, 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. Is that our final answer? No, right? Since we need to simplify. Since it can be simplified. These two has a GCF of 6. And just divide. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 6 divided by 12 divided by 6. It's 2. Sorry. It's 2. So that is our final answer. And again, if you didn't understand my handwriting here. So 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. If you simplified it by dividing it to 6, then our answer will be 1/2. So last example for multiplication. 5 times 5 over 6 times 2 over 3. So again, get the numerators and multiply it. 5 times 10 is 5 times 2 is equals to 10. 6 times 3 is equals to 18. Is that our final answer? No, since it can be simplified. Their GCF is 2, right? So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So this is our final answer, 5 over 9. So here, as you can see, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 3 is 18, and if you simplify it, our answer will be 5 over 9. So that is all for multiplication. If you didn't understand it, you can just go back a few minutes from this video and just practice, since practice makes perfect, I guess, and you just need to learn from your mistakes, right? So now we have division. So in division, it's really just like multiplication, since what you need to do is you just need to reciprocate these two and then turn the division into multiplication. So here in 2 over 4 divided by 3 over 4, you just need to multiply 2 times 4, since we're going to reciprocate this. So it's going to be like this. 2 divided by, and just need to now that you're going to reciprocate, you need to multiply. So 4 over 3. So it's going to be like that. And 4 over 3. You can also just do the butterfly method, the cross multiplication one. Anyway, 2 times 4 is equals to 8. 4 times 3 is equals to 12. Is that our final answer? No, since just like multiplication, we need to get the lowest term. So we need to simplify. Their GCF is 4. And now divide. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So our answer will be 2 over 3. So let's check, or let's see a more clear picture. So again, we just need to reciprocate this one and change the division into multiplication. Right? So 2 times 4 is equal to 8. 4 times 3 is equals to 12. And you just need to simplify, since their GCF is 4. You divide it to 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3, which gives us our final answer, 2 over 3. So we have here our next example. We have 2 over 5 divided by 2 over 3. So again, you just need to reciprocate. So it's going to be 2 over 5 divided by, since we will be reciprocating now, we will need to change the division into multiplication, right? So it's going to be like this right now. That. So 2 times 3. 2 times 3. And 5 times 2. 5 times 2. 2 times 3 is equals to 6, and 5 times 2 is equals to 10. Is that our final answer? No, since we will need to get the simplified version of the lowest term of it, sorry. And since it's not its lowest term. So 6 and 10 have a GCF of, that's GCE. Anyway, that's GCF. GCF of 2, right? 2. So you just need to divide it to 2. 6 divided by 2 is equals to 3. 10 divided by 2 is equals to 5. Here. That is our final answer, 3 over 5. So here is a more clear picture. So again, we just reciprocated it. So 3 here, and then the 2 is here. 2 times 3 is equals to 6. 5 times 2 is equals to 10. And since it's not its lowest term yet, you need to get their GCF and then divide it to their GCF. And the answer, or the quotient for that, will be our final answers. And we have another example here. So 6 divided by 6 over 8 divided by 2 over 6. So again, you just need to reciprocate, right? So it's going to be 6 times 6 now. And then it's going to be 8 times 2. 6 times 6 is equals to 36. 8 times 2 is equals to 16. Is that our final answer? No, since it's not the lowest term. Their GCF is 4, right? 4. So 36 divided by 4 is 9. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. Is that our final answer? No, actually, that's not our final answer. Since, as I've said before, it's an improper fraction. So you just need to convert an improper fraction to mixed fraction a for it to be in the lowest term. So as I've discussed before, you just need to divide. 4 divided by 9 is equals to 2. Sorry, it is equals to 2. But there is a remainder, right? Since 4 times 2 is 8. So what we're going to do is our denominator stays the same, right? So that will be our denominator. The quotient is our whole number. And the remainder is our numerator. So this is the final answer. So here is a more digitized picture for you to see it clearly. Again, 6 times 6 reciprocate. So 6 times 6 is equals to 36. And 8 times 2 is equal to 16. And yeah, our final answer will be 9 over 4, right? But it's actually not in its lowest form, so we need to get the mixed number. So here, as I've mentioned before. So the numerator again stays the same, right? And our remainder is our numerator, and the quotient is our whole number. So that is all for division. Again, if you didn't understand it, you just need to practice and practice for you to get it. Again, practice makes perfect. Also, you just need to learn from your mistakes. Okay, now it's your turn. If you did understand it, try to answer the next 6 questions that I will be posting here. Now I assume that you're done. Okay? If you're cheating, I mean, it's okay. This is just a video. Anyway, so let's find out if you're right, or let's find out the answers. So in question one, we have. So in question have one, we have 3 over 4 times 1 over 4. So again, just need to multiply these. So 3 times 1 over 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16, right? 3 times 1 is 3. Is that our final answer? Actually, yes, since it is in its lowest term. Next, we have question 2, which is division. In division, we need to reciprocate, right? And then change it into multiplication. So what it's going to be is 2 times 1. Charot, 2 times 3. And then it's going to be 9 times 1. So 2 times 3 is equals to 6. And 9 times 1 is equals to 9. 6 divided by 9. Is that our final answer? No, it's not. Since it has a greatest common factor or GCF, right? You can simplify it. So the GCF is 3. So just divide it to 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So our final answer is 2 over 3. Let's move on to question 3. We have here 2 times sorry, 2 divided by 6. Huh? Sorry, 2 over 6 multiplied to 2 over 3. Again, just need to get the numerator and the denominator. Get their products, right? 2 times 2 is 4. 6 times 3 is 18. Is that their sorry, is that their um is that the lowest form or the lowest term? No, right? Since they have a GCF of 2. 4 divided by 2 is equals to 2. 18 divided by 2 is equals to 9. So our final answer is 2 over 9. Sorry, I'll rewrite it because I don't think you understand my handwriting. So 2 over 9. So we have number 4. It's division. So we need to reciprocate. 3 times 4 and 4 times 1. If you're actually you can do this technique. I don't know if it's applicable to all fractions, but I use this most of the time since I'm just lazy. So since we have 4 times 4 and 4 here, you can just cancel it out and get these two. So it's going to be 3 over 1, right? So let's see if I was right. So 3 over 1, or since it's over 1, it's going to be 3. The whole number 3. So let's get it. 3 times 4 is 12, right? And 4 times 1 is 4. What is the lowest form of 12 and 4? We don't know yet since we will get its GCF. What is the GCF of 12 and 4 is 3, right? Sorry, 4. Hala. So it's 4, right? So 4. Okay, so 12 divided by 4 is 3 and 4 divided by 4 is 1. So as I've said before, 3 over 1, 3 over 1, and you can just convert it to a whole number, just 3. Since, yeah, since this is basically a whole number if the denominator is 1. So we have question 5 here, which is, again, very similar to question 4. Just look at it. It has 3 and this one. So since it's multiplication, you just need to multiply denominators and numerators together. As I've mentioned before, you can just cancel out the 3's and just do the 1 over 9 thing. But like, to check, 3 times 1 is 3. 9 times 3 is 27. Their GCF will be 3, right? So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Right? I mean, if you didn't get it, you can just do this one. Since it is more comprehensible and more easier to understand. So again, last number, we have question 6. 2 over 6 divided by 2 over 8. So as I've said before, you just need to reciprocate, right? So 2 times 8 and 6 times 2. Again, you can just do this and then 8 over 6. And can simplify since their GCF is 2. 8 times 2 is equals to 4. And 6 times 2 is equals to 3. Is that the final answer? Let's get it manually first. So 2 times 8 is equals to 16, right? And 6 times 2 is equals to 12. And just need to simplify. Since their GCF is 4, right? Can 16 divided by 4 is 4, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So, same as this one. But is that our final answer? No, it's not. Why? Since, as I've said before, improper fractions like these may not be seen as the lowest term, since you can convert it into mixed fractions. Mixed. Okay, so let's see. For us to get it, what was our, so 4 over 3, right? Need to convert. It's 4. We need to divide, sorry. 4 divided by 3, there's only 1, 3, and 4, 3. Remainder will be 1. So our mixed number will be, well, our denominator will not change. It will always stay the same. Sana all. Hindi nag-change. Anyway, our our remainder will be 1. So it is our numerator. And since our quotient is 1, it is our whole number. So this is the final answer. 1 and 1 over 3. So, yeah, I hope that you've learned the division and multiplication of fractions. And here are the summarization of the answers that we've solved. I hope that you got perfect. I mean, that's good. Great job. If you didn't, again, you can learn from your mistakes and just redo problems over and over again to learn from it. Yeah. And that basically summarizes the lesson. And here is our quote of the day. Our quote of the day is, math is the only place where truth and beauty means the same thing. Actually, this quote by Danica McKellar. Actually, this quote made me realize how much math can be simple but complex at the same time, as math compared to subjects such as English and history, most of those, like, they make us do essays, right? And those essays have different forms of answers in different problems, right? But here in math, we just need to have that definite answers to those problems. There may be different solutions, different methods to get to that problem, but we have definite answers to those problems that we seek, right? So it's more simple than complex, to be honest. That's why I love it so much. Anyway, so that is all for today. I hope that you've learned something about fractions. I thought fractions. Magugulat ako pag natuto kayo ng sample distribution, ah. Just joking. Anyway, I hope that you've learned the types of fractions, how to convert improper to mixed fractions and vice versa, how to multiply fractions and how to divide fractions. And yeah. Anyway, that's all for today. Again, I hope that you've learned something, and I hope to see you in my next vlog. Bye!